So welcome to this today's update video. Now we have several systems of interest. First of all, we have Tropical Depression 1C, which has recently become Tropical Storm Halola in the Central Pacific. Then, here's Tropical Depression 1C. Now, then here's Tropical Depression 2C over here. And then, you skip some time, we have Invest 97E. And you have Invest 8080, it's kind of off the page here. But here it is, you can see there's a circle around it. I mean, otherwise, EPAC's relatively quiet. Here was what used to be Tropical Depression era. I mean, it formed as a tropical storm right around here, kind of. Tried moving northward, guy got torn apart by some wind shear and some slightly cooler waters. I mean, it has a nice structure to it, so I think the shear's relaxed, but I don't think the system has any real. It's probably considered a weak tropical depression right now due to its nice structure, but you can still see some code banning features associated with it, but it's probably not worth discussing about much. You can see some unusually a little bit more of a jet stream here dipping down a little bit further north than what you'd expect in July. I mean, you can see conditions are pretty hostile up in north like they typically are, like they are year-round. Though down south we have more of a tropical cycle outbreak kind of environment, because there's a good chance we have 4 tropical systems within a decent distance apart within the next day or so. How do I do it? But whatever. Yeah, I can go ahead. But so it's gonna be something to definitely keep an eye on. Now here's another far away view of these systems in actual motion. You can see of all the ones, I think this tropical storm Halola looks the healthiest, and we'll discuss that first. And you can see it's gradually become better organized. Besides that banning features you typically see in tropical cyclones, and I think the system is going around in T number 3.0 looks pretty likely within the next 12 to 24 hours. That would correspond to about 45 hours. You can see a nice bursting kind of pattern here a little bit. You can see some improved structure. Wind shear's relaxing with the system. I think the system's actually in a quite favorable environment. I mean, it's going to be in that one for a few days until the system passes the international date line. In a couple days, then I think wind shear down the road could eventually increase some. I will note the system has a fair chance of becoming a pretty potent typhoon down the road. And I don't think it's going to do too much in the Central Pacific, but we'll see what happens. And then we also have Tropical Depression 2C. Oh, let me talk about Halola. One more thing before I forget is that the CPH is giving us an intensity of 35 knots. As I said, it was upgraded this morning, though it probably should have been upgraded, I don't know, about 2 days before. About 24 to 48 hours earlier. And further here you have Tropical Depression 2C. Which has a decent chance of becoming something, another tropical storm, because I mean, it's getting better organized. I mean, it needs more banning features, because the CPHC likes to really hug the Dvorak technique. They don't usually like to upgrade. They usually like to upgrade at tropical storm status. And they usually like to upgrade tropical storm status at T2.5. And that storm hasn't really attained what probably necessary for a T2.5. But we'll see what happens. You do see some evidence of banning features here. They can start wrapping around the center more and I think they might be starting to before I think the CPC will upgrade this, unless an A-scan or rapid scan an A-scan or rapid scan pass suggests otherwise. I don't think the next A-scan is for another few hours. I don't think. I mean, it's coming, but not yet. Then now here's Invest 98. You can see it's starting to flare up. Most of them are starting to flare up. Wait, this is also. Oh wait, Invest 90, sorry. Invest 90 is close to max rate. Further, So it's going from east to west now. The next system lines Invest 97. It's showing some signs of doing something. The thunderstorm activity is becoming a little bit better organized. I mean, it's getting there. You can see in the last two frames, it's definitely starting to get there, starting to get that look to it, and that shape of a tropical cyclone to it. And I think it's got a decent chance to become a tropical storm down the road. A good chance to become a tropical storm, possibly into a minimal hurricane down the road. We'll see. Again, starting to see some banding features with this system as well. I think the system's actually coming pretty close to a tropical depression right now. The ANT is giving us an 8% chance of developing within 2 days and an 8% chance of developing within 4 days. And if I had to make a guess, that the next time you see 2 days on 90-90. You can see Invest 90-80. Let me refresh. Invest 90-80. First one's starting to flare up. The circulations. Oh, I sort of see it. It's very broad and very elongated. It needs to really consolidate more. I think it's still, I mean, it's gotten better work, a little bit better organized. The system still has a ways to go. We'll get there. The system's in a pretty good environment, and it will be for the majority of the forecast period. It's not there yet. Regarding track, they've demolished the shifting northward now. There still seems to be two camps. The European kind of showing a more, which I'll get to in a sec. Tell me the differences between the GFS and Europe, but in general, the Mars to the north when they threaten, and west, and eastward too, because a few now have it brushing near Mexico in a couple days, and then brushing Baja California. I mean, the system takes a GFS track. I mean, it'll have a good chance to maybe brush Baja as a minimal hurricane, and it's worth knowing that I noticed several times over this year that a landfall in Mexico this month was a distinct possibility. I will also note that if it does fly out, this would be I believe the second earliest, or might be the earliest. Well, in the satellite year, it's the earliest major hurricane to make landfall along the Mexican coast. Obviously, I think it's probably named in 3 cases. I think 97 will form first, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, conditions in this part are usually pretty conductive until you get to the latitude of the Baja California Peninsula, when it's not only shear, with that, not only does the sea colder sea surface temperatures, with that often comes shear, and I think this is going to be one of those cases. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. I mean, obviously the Europeans are on something different, so it's a much stronger system and a much more west-northwesterly track. I think this is what Mars was showing several days ago, but since the European is the European, it still remains, this is a distinct possibility if that happens. Then all of a sudden we may not just see a Cat 1 like what a GFS is showing. We may still have a chance at a Category 2, 3, or 4, or even 5 hurricane. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what the future holds for this system. I think there's some exciting times ahead. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will know that the Mars is showing some stuff. It's starting to add some stuff afterward. After these systems are out of the way, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. Bye. Bye.